Hey, what's good? It's Planet Vegeta here, 92 World, and you're here with Take Flight. Bop, bop.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Wings. You're tapped in to Take Flight. Today, some guys I've been trying to link up with for a while for a good chat.
Come
but,
on.
no better time than now. Planet Vegeta in the building.
How are we?
Let's go, fellas. How are you? How are you? Welcome home. I know you've been up and about and everywhere else. How are you feeling today? How's everyone doing?
Amazing. We just landed in yesterday morning at 6 a.m. and we just we ended up linking with our team. We've been doing this festival over in Darling Harbour. It's a 3-day festival just celebrating culture and that. So that's just the other side of what we do. We do culture dancing.
You guys were dancing too?
Yeah, like,
come on, fellas, bro. A little bit of everything.
Shirts off, baby. Everything.
Yeah, that's
shirts off today. We got a little performance going on later. Come on, man. Hey, it's gonna get a sweaty room out here, fellas. All right, everyone want to introduce themselves real quick for anyone who doesn't know at home.
Yeah, that's us. We're Planet Vegeta. I'm 7-0.
I'm Jazz. I'm look good.
Let's go. I appreciate it, guys. Look, I feel like myself, I've been linking up with you in some random situations, random locations over the last couple of years, whether it's your shows, your backyard events, which we'll talk about and all that. But more than anything, it's just fucking hectic to see what you are creating every single day. And it just keeps getting more and more as we'll go on in this fucking little chat right now. So I appreciate you guys coming through now, man.
Thanks
Let's
for
go.
having us, brother.
We'll kick it off with the one that I always like to ask, because especially for you guys, it's a group of yous. You're all from different areas. I know I asked you once a long time ago in Melbourne when I don't know if that's the first time we linked. Do you remember that?
I think it is.
The Melbourne show? Melbourne show?
Yeah, 100.
And I think even I got confused on the spot. But like, first of all, how did you link up? Where did everyone come from to the point where you are now? Where did Planet Vegeta come together?
Long story short, me and Look Good, we were doing, we've been in the creative scene like for over 10 years now. So I was doing music with my brothers. Fortunate, he was traveling the world dancing and that, like proper hip hop dancing.
Let's go.
And stuff like that. And it just came to like I don't know, like I was singing with my brothers. It came to the end stint of that. And I just wanted to have fun with the music and really just, learn in a different setting. And I've been following this guy for a minute. He went under the producer name or tag Milk Boy at the time.
This is Jazz?
Nah, Look Good. Yeah, so he's been producing and creating tapes and doing all that for longer than me and this guy. So I reached out and I just said, let's chop it up, 1, 2, 3, let's link in. And that was it. We linked in, we created a few tracks. And this guy was working in the mines, Jazz, working in the mines at the time. And then he was just riding through, I do music, I rap, this is like, he was passionate about it. He was sending me videos like while he was at the mines, just like full bars on bars, like just rapping to the camera, like hungry,
Let's go.
And it was just one of those things. We were in Melbourne at the time when I got one of these videos and I told Look Good, I was like, bro, you got to fucking peep this guy, like he's different. And that was it. Like he was on his 2-week stint, like back home. I just said, come to the studio and he just pulled up and the rest is history.
That's hectic, bro. And then how at that point did you become Planet Vegeta? Where the name came from is for those people who know, they know. But like what made you go, this is the one for us?
Well, funny you say that. Look Good actually moved to Sydney the same month that Jazz moved to Sydney, which is in
2014.
2014.
True.
But this guy already had an idea about, this guy already had an idea about what he was trying to do with his life or like what he wanted to build out to be. And he wrote Planet Vegeta in his notes in 2012.
Oh yeah, so it's been around. It's just been manifested into this.
It's been in my head, and I think it took the right people and to make it all come together.
What did you have it written down for?
I remember being. This sounds outrageous, but I remember being in Las Vegas for whatever reason, and I just remember seeing, "Wow, it'd be mad if there was a group called Planet Vegeta and it was a collective. They did this," and it's funny because Planet Vegeta became the music, and now 92 World is a collective, which is a bigger vision than what I had and what anyone had really. So and that's
facts.
Just straight like visionaries linking up and creating something bigger than what it. We always had 92 World as a 92 originally as a collective, but more just in a brotherhood sense of like checking in with each other, making sure that we're always sweet when times are rough. When the boys are going through shit at home, they always pull up around house and we just break bread every day and we just talk about goals, talk about what we wanted to do in life, and just naturally it just progressed into this. And obviously Ed had a vision for what he was trying to create, and God just put it together, and that's why you know, like when you see us moving that, like people always ask like, shit, how long did it take to plan that, brother? We're just in a room fucking 10 minutes ago planning the cipher that we're about to drop in fucking 5 minutes. So,
literally, I watched it happen, man. Yeah.
but that's how we move, you know, like everything's like for us is more about the feeling of how we move rather than, you know, like everything being precise, because we're pretty well versed in our craft, and it's just about really sharing that and creating actual moments and experiences rather than, oh fuck, it's got to be all rigid to a T, 1, 2, 3. But really, it's just, these guys are goats at what they do. I'm good at what I do, and it's just like, how can we make this memory?
Amen to that, bro. Well, look, every moment has led to a different step for you guys, and look, it just keeps coming, right? Like, I don't want to talk too early because there's so much to go into with that, but it's good to see that every moment has led to this moment. Even as something as simple as you writing this down years ago, as something that you just had in a head, has become.
I still got that note too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Even
Time
bigger, bro.
stamps
That's
too.
hectic. You have to frame it one day.
Just in case anyone thinks I'm making this up.
This is not a made-up story.
Press on Tech Flash story.
Let's go. No, we'll pop it up right here. Right here. Just a picture.
Hard.
Look, you said Jazz was in the mines. You were doing Fortunate. I think my missus mentioned back in the day. What were you on at the time? X Factor? X Factor.
Me and my
boys.
brothers, bro, I was full on that dancing thing, like,
I feel like I remember watching it back then.
bro, it's crazy. I was fucking doing the Michael Jackson on it
Come
and
on,
everything.
bro.
But like, for real, like, that was like a different experience just coming out of Mount Druitt, you know?
Correct.
And like, to be honest, that was just, the thing that got us was like, we'll give you $500 a week in Fiji's and you just come live in a hotel in Bondi.
That was X Factor?
Yeah, that was X Factor. I was like, brother, I ain't got no job. It's better than...
I'm taking that $500 a week.
Yeah. So that
So other than that, what were you doing before music then? Was there any other hobbies or anything else going on in your life? Or is it for all of you just being music that's it?
Same old sports and warehouses.
Yeah.
But I think as
Shout out the warehouses.
Islanders in general, the music's just around, you know?
Always.
Has it been like that for you guys since you're young? Is it a very family-orientated musical life?
This guy's got some of my favorite stories, like even just talking about how him and his brother used to chop it up and who could flip beats like the fastest when they were kids.
That's how I started making music. But we didn't have internet at the time growing up. But we had an old ass PC on Fruit Loops. And my mom used to be like, oh, if these guys are bored, let's just give them a song and see you can make a beat out of it. They're cookies. And we were probably in. My brother was in primary school at the time. So it's like, those were our games.
That was what you got into
like,
it.
In terms of music, there wasn't really a time stamp where this is where I got into it. I think just Polynesians in general, just music is there. It's part of our culture. And like, it's everywhere.
Facts, 100%. Do you guys remember, I brought this up once and no one knew what I was talking about. There was like a disc in like a Nutrigrain packet and it came out and it, like you could produce songs and like send it in a competition. You remember that?
Yeah,
it was when I was a kid and I remember trying to do shit and then it led me on to like, you know, Sean Paul's Get Busy, bro? Yeah,
That's what they had certain loops in that.
I had that and then I remember getting like a door closing. It was like, and then it'd go into shake that. And I thought I was a beast at that kind of spot. No one ever knew what I was talking about when I talked about that disc, bro.
That's the 80s.
Is it a floppy disk or?
Huh? Oh, shit. God damn, we're really showing the age out here. Shout out to Kellogg's. Bring back the music for the kids, guys. What was I going to say? All right, you all bring definitely a different sound or style to what you do, yeah? All three of you is something completely different. How do you guys feel you complement each other best over the years coming together, bro? Like, has there been anything you'd be like, nah, this is why we work like we do?
We just don't get in each other's way. Like, we really just, we know what we do. And like, if it's, and at the same time, in that same breath, like, we leave everything on the table. If it sounds shit, then it sounds shit. But really, nothing really sounds shit because it's the feeling like that happens in that moment of creation. Like, it's when it gets created, everyone's vibing. So that's all that matters at the time. But I just let these guys do their thing and I just like try and learn and then bang, just pop my shit out. But we all got our own ways of approaching the music. We all grow up with different influences, different backgrounds and that. Like, so
in saying that though, like no matter who, it depends, no matter what world you're in, right? There's always some friendly competition between brothers, doesn't matter. Because you are so different, is there anything that you do like try and compete against each other in, whether it's, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like if there's two rappers, they're barring off, who's got the funniest shit, who's got the, is there anything between three of you that you're like?
No, I don't think competition in that type of way. It's like we more like compete like to, because like we take that stuff to the depth of it, like not just rapping, not just music, like it's everything, training. And it's like we're more just always looking to our right and left to push each other to be the best. So I guess the competition is really just with ourselves. But we do have, like, when we play basketball, when we do all that type of shit, bro, like, you come on the inside of 92, brother, you better be strapped, eh? Straight out, you better be strapped.
I've seen you getting a bit spicy in a basketball court once in a time, bro.
Brother, whether we're running up hills or whether we're performing, like, yeah, that's one thing, you just got to be strapped. Because, like, we just call it out, like, you know, whether, running, whether you're, whatever it is, we try and push, like, for it to be the best. So I guess in a sense, what would you say is competition? No.
Yeah,
Nah, that's more just pushing each other to be the best that you can, really.
It's like I was going to say unconscious. I hope it's not unconscious. Subconscious thing, you know? Like,
yeah.
And it's always like if someone comes with some fire, it's never like, damn, I need to get better. It's like, damn, fuck it over.
Yeah.
And just, big them up. Let's go. That was hectic. Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess it is that it's like more like, fuck, if this guy comes with a hard verse. Like, we just had this thing in NZ where we were with Mellow Downs in the studio, and this guy, and they were just going crazy, bro. Like, and I just felt like I had to check myself to be like, hey, you can't just fucking come to the session and just think you can just think like that, you know? So it's like, in a way, it's more just like, nah, my brother's fucking murdering that shit, then I just gotta up my game so I can be on that same tier with him.
That's the one.
That's more of what it's
That's
like.
the one. Nah, 100% agree, bro. In saying that, all talk about the music. Obviously, albums Stay Up just dropped on all streaming platforms. Yeah, congrats. Got it out there to the rest of the world who haven't tapped in yet. Your closer friends, family, fans have been able to purchase it.
Yeah.
How long ago did you start?
It was like a year ago.
A year now?
Yeah,
Jesus,
we put it on Even, and funnily enough, we got the most money we've ever gotten.
That's what I was going to say. So how did you find the process of doing that, and I guess the experience of seeing it happen that way? Because obviously not a lot of people are doing that, right? But and explain real quick for those listeners.
Yeah, well, real quick, it's just this platform called Even, and it just direct artists to consumer. So it cuts the middleman, which is whether it's Spotify or Apple, but it doesn't mean that you can, like, it's only exclusive to that drop. So our plan is we drop it on this platform for Even for 6 weeks, and what it is you create access points. So whether someone buys it for $20, they get the full album. At $50, it could unlock them a merch, you know, whether it's a t-shirt. $100 could unlock them a exclusive show, live stream show, merch, a signed letter, whatever the artist feels, but all that money goes directly to the artists. So however creative you want to be with that shit, like, that's up to you. But just seeing other artists like La Russell and that put in the work on that platform, it just really gives the ownership back to the artist. And I feel like a lot of these artists are cool, like, looking good out there, but it's all a facade, because fuck, you got to go home and eat some noodles. So what's the fucking point, you know what I mean? So, like, that's why this is, like, we're real heavy with this shit, because, like, we actually got kids to feed. We actually got family to feed and, like, put on. So, you know, we put this project on this platform for 6 weeks, roll it out. You know, it's a pay what you want. So if someone pays $100, some people were paying $200 for the album. And it was just because of pure love and, like, support for what we do.
Shout out to those people real quick too. God damn, shout out to those people.
And then some people were buying it for $5, which is okay. But everyone, you know, it's like, it's just the whole thing giving that ownership to the consumer to be like, what is it worth to you? You know, or like if they're in a tough position, like, no, you can still enjoy this experience with the little that you have. But yeah, we ended up getting more money than we ever seen on any, like, streaming platform.
That's hectic to hear, man. And did you find that process easy of getting it out there? Like, was there a hard rollout trying to get it into people's faces for them to buy it, or was it more of a natural thing and then people coming across it?
It was more natural, bro.
Yeah.
Like, straight out, it was just natural. Like, that's how we move anyway. We really just, we have a backyard session in 2 weeks and we'll call it next week, and everyone's, you know, we just kind of move like that. So I think as we're cultivating our kind of, because it's not a general way of moving the way that we move, right? But, like, that's what we're trying to do, is cultivate a supporters group that actually fucks with us for how we move, and, like, you know, taking them on the journey through all those experiences, whether we're releasing music or chucking on live shows. We're really trying to just do our thing and hope that people just come along the journey.
Come on, and they are, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you, I don't know if you've seen me snippet it online. I did an interview with, do you know who Getz is from the UK?
Yeah.
Did you see his little thing?
Yeah.
His little, a similar thing.
What's
so
his thing?
It was like just a little rubber piece of thing that had, like, his logo on it, or album title. I can't even remember now. And all it is you put it on your iPhone, and same thing, opens up the album. It's physically the only way. So, like, I forgot that at home, right? I scanned it and I forgot it at home and I was like, I'm going to listen to it on the way to work the next day. Opened up the link because it takes you to a website. Nah, it doesn't work, bro. So like it's very exclusive. Like you actually have to have it with you. Only opens on one phone. Like it's a similar thing, but like just the X, someone's got something to keep.
And that's a tangible like thing to like
exactly.
hold, and that's hectic.
But similar vibes. But it's cool to see so many people coming out and supporting you for that. Well, not coming out, just putting the money in to do so.
Sure.
You obviously, like you said, bro, you love this shit, right? You put a lot of heart into everything you do, especially the music, yeah? Do you think the streaming has kind of taken away the efforts of the artists in that way? Like, you know, you put a lot in to see where it ends up.
You like, to be real, you're just going against the machine. Like when you got people who can like push numbers or manipulate numbers, then it is hard for the local artists or the artists that don't have the machine behind them like that, or the label backing or the understanding of it like that. So it is harder. So that's why it's more important for artists. I would say is like 80% artists don't even know what they're doing. Like when it comes to this shit of like everyone's just trying to get in each other's lanes and take each other's food. But really every artist is different. Like they can really like create around their core fan base and kind of grow that shit. But I think everyone has the wrong perception of what this is. And it's just like, we're all trying to fight for the same food, but man, that's what the machine does, I guess. But in the same breath, it does get your music out to the world.
Of course, that's the hard part. Like you kind of have to 100. At some point, like now releasing out there, you kind of want to expand it to the rest of the people that haven't maybe heard it.
Hard, and you just gotta like, I guess going into it, you just gotta like understand the tool that you're using. Like Correct. It's a tool, so it's no shade against Spotify, no shade against none of those streaming platforms, but it's more the people that come onto it to have the understanding of what it is when they come to it. Not like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to chuck this shit out there and I'm going to make it. It's like, nah, that's the worst like way. You got to know every step and then how you can, there's heaps to that shit,
bro. It's very deep, bro. Well, while we're still on Stay Up then, is there any standout moments from creating it? I know you get in there and just get shit done, but that stood out while you were making the album, bro, just so we can have a little piece about
fuck.
Was there anything?
To be honest, like, this guy shared a story in a full click the other day, like, that's what I'm saying. The thing with 92 is like we're really there with each other. So one of these days we just had a big team meeting, like how we normally have every week. But this time, I think we're going at Eddie for something at this guy, like just more on some building iron sharpens iron shit. And just we just had that. And this guy literally went away from that meeting in that same like day. And I could see him plodding away. And then literally I think the end of the day or the next day, he had the whole album done.
Verses and whatnot?
Nah, like he produced from start to finish.
True.
Like literally all those tracks, like all done and ready to just pump on the verses. So this guy, we ended up laying those verses in the next week and then we dropped it on even.
Hectic.
That's why there was no access points. We were just like really
hectic. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Hey, this is a kind of a quote I took off your Instagram. It was actually a video that you said. You got a lot of that shit on there, bro. It's just, if you need some inspiring, just go through 7O's Instagram real quick. Now, but a big part of streaming in general, like we talked about, is like a lot of artists trying to chase that viral moment these days, right? Like that's just what it is.
100.
But I saw a quote where you said, we run just at our own time. I'm going to repeat it as you did. We run just at our own time, nothing's a race, nothing's a rush. As long as we're together, building together, that's it, right? Where did you guys, or where did yourself form that mentality, bro? And is it hard to, I guess, prioritize that nowadays with what you see, bro? Like you see people chasing these viral moments, or is it just, that's so far gone from you?
I just told our girl off for this shit today. I was
Who did you tell her?
Nah, Reezy. Reezy, yeah. But, like I get it. But at the same time, it's like, for me, it's just like, we are the thing. Just turn the camera on. We don't got to chase nothing. Like we're like whatever we have in here and what we do within 92, you don't got to recreate nothing. Like you just got to capture those experiences, capture those moments, and then build off that. And that's how we move, bro. Like for us, it's always been like, it's not what you do, it's the crew. So whatever the fuck the crew's doing, that's what we're doing.
Come on,
and it's whatever we're listening to, that's what we're listening to. Like I never used to like fucking EDM. My little brothers used to bump that shit, like Katsu CV and that. They bump that shit, full flip me. Like I like that shit now.
It's hard, bro.
Yeah, it's hard. Hey, but like
energy. If you want some energy,
bro,
guys.
I'm telling you, it's like, but that's just it with us. It's like we're not trying to create nothing that, like we just want to be us and solely us and and like literally create the world for our kids, for our people to come after us. If we're trying to put on too much, like all these like other people that do that shit, then I believe we're living a lie. And like we can't leave that behind for our kids, for our peoples that are trying to win. So yeah, that's why you don't see us outside nowhere. Like we're really just stuck inside with ourselves on the craft and really just chopping away. But yeah, we just like to keep it in, and whatever we fuck with, that's what it is.
Let's go, bro. I feel like that's just, that's the PB92 motto, bro. Wrapped up in one short sentence, yeah? You said you turned this album around in a couple of weeks, yeah? Well, I don't know from the start to the finish, but around that time period, yeah? A lot of artists tend to hold on music for a long period of time, bro. Do you think people, and you mentioned this kind of earlier, do you think other artists like overthink it way too much, I guess? When it comes to it? Because again, you said this before, you just straight in, straight out.
We're like at the same time, in that same kind of breath, like we are victims of that too sometimes. Like we got a vault that goes deep. This guy's got an album ready. You know, I got an album, he's got a mixtape ready. Like, I think that's the hard thing, is just like, because it's something so close to you, it's your art, and it's just like being vulnerable, letting people into that space. I mean, we're good at just saying fuck it, but at the same time, we could say fuck it a bit more. But I think artists can do that, bro, because I mean, they hold on to the shit for too long, and then it's like 2 years later and that season of your life is past, but you're dropping shit, you know, and it's like you can't really be behind it fully. That's how we try to move. Like, just if we're fucking with it now, like let's
feeling it in the moment.
Let's share the story, because this is the journey.
Correct.
It's not like we're fucking gonna be not doing music in 10 years or 20 years. It's literally a life's like, what do you call it? Like a novel, like as you will. Like people come on that journey, and they come on now, and they'll get to read the rest of the book as we go on in real time.
Love it, bro. And Jazz, look, he mentioned you got your own music in the background. Yeah. Ooh. What's it like trying to create music for yourself when you've got this group energy at all times? Like, is it hard to separate, I'm going to try and do some solo tracks now, I'm trying to put out a solo project, when, I don't know, you got everyone around, you're just making these beast records all the time anyway?
It's hard.
Either of you, really, whatever you're doing with your own music. Like, is it just hard to focus on yourself when you've got such a good, tight-knit group as it is?
I mean, you would think so, but not really, to be honest. I mean, like I said, music is, like for me, it's a big thing of my life. So I don't need to be in a group setting or even a studio setting to be, or be in any sort of schedule or timetable to make music. I think music just happens when it happens, and I think that's what it comes naturally. So it's not really a chore or like, fuck, I need to find time to do my own shit. I've been doing PV stuff or anyone else's stuff. It's like, if I'm on the bus or I'm on the train or I'm in the toilet and I'm making music, there's 24 hours a day. You know,
amen to that, bro.
There's a lot of times that it doesn't interfere or doesn't interrupt any of my solo creative processes. If that's
have you got that makes sense, bro. Have you got your own stuff planned out, ready to come at any point this year?
Hey, straight out, he's got the best.
He's got the best fucking thing I've ever heard.
Let's go. How far off are we? Is it around the corner?
We're probably like 80% there.
Yeah, okay.
But just tweaking production and getting that done. I'm excited for that. It's my first like solo
ever
album, official album.
Oh, come on, bro.
So I dropped the EP.
Dropping the
last
exclusives on me.
Oh shit!
This is the first time we heard this.
I told you, come into this space, everything just disappears, bro. Solo album, Jazz, one more time. Take flight exclusive.
That's it, bro.
Album. I guess we got an album.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I like it.
You got much planned in it? Is it completely solo? You got other people jumping on board with this one? Like any features?
No, just 92 World.
Yeah, love that, bro.
All the team, yeah.
Of course.
That's us.
Let's go. We won't go too deep into it.
This guy's he's a man of very few words when it comes to this shit, but behind the mic, like, fuck, man. I tell you, burns that shit every time.
I have heard it. We're going to get a solo Sky session one day, yeah?
Yeah. Drop it today.
I would, but we got to wait. I got a special something coming. I told you about. We got to wait for that to be introduced. Then we get you back. Beautiful, bro. So a big moment. I don't know. Last year, the year before. I don't know if it was all of you or just yourself linking with Lavar ball with a whole range of things, bro. I don't even know where that ended up. I just seen you here, there, and everywhere with the guys.
Hey, where's the leak?
Yeah, leak. I got that word right here, bro.
Oh, how did you get that?
I heard something about this, you know what I mean? But let's start with Lavar, yeah?
Yeah, shout out Lavar.
How was linking with him? Obviously, he's gone on to raise some absolute beast sons in their own right. Yeah. How was linking with him? Any important lessons you learn on the way that he's stuck with you, bro?
You know, the thing with people like that is like, they just get it, you know. There's no like, there's no bullshit. There's no facade within it. It's just like you can look at each other and like, nah, this guy gets it. So like, I mean, we linked in on a project that was far from music. It was on some like, I forgot, it was just events. He came over. We helped him do a tour. He done some pop-ups and shit in Australia, Sydney, and then ended up just progressing onto do you want to do music for this project? And how can we link in the sessions and how can we get something working? So then, you know, had those conversations and then we just teed up for us to go over and stay with them at their house.
So you did, I was like trying to remember, I'm pretty sure you went overseas for this, right? Yeah. So tell me about that then.
So we ended up going, we were supposed to go over. I ended up getting stopped. I wasn't allowed out the country. Okay. So, and we only got this opportunity within a week. And then they're like, fine, let's go, you know, like in a week and a half, we'll go do sessions with the Sons, blah, blah, blah. These two, I ended up getting stopped. These two ended up going over, staying at the house. And then they were just banging out demos and tracks with Gelo, with Lonzo, with the ball. Fuck, they were at the mansion, bro.
Let's go, bro. What was it like over there? A different experience or what?
Yeah, it's crazy. But like with Lavar, to be honest, with Lavar, what you see is what you get. This guy behind the camera, he's just like, yo, make sure you come down here this time, eat my breakfast. If you don't eat my breakfast, this. So me and this guy was just eating everything. You know? Wow. But in terms of working with the boys, shout out to also Gelo.
So like, come on, bro. So Gelo got a big song out right now. That hook is in everyone in the world's head. I don't give a fuck if it's no, you're lying.
Funny enough, crazy.
I heard there's a
funny enough, there's a track on our album Stay Up that Gelo was originally on.
Yeah.
Now, if you want the remix, you got to come to Take Flight.
Comment on Take Flight. Run that shit.
You heard? Drop Gelo in the comments now, all right? We're trying to get the remix. I'll link it. I don't give a fuck, bro.
True. No, but we probably, how many, a couple of tracks, 5 or 6 tracks with them. Zoe's on there. Zoe, like I know. Yeah, Zoe's on there.
That's your boys now, bro. What are you talking about? Yeah.
And we just kind of exchanged with our music backgrounds. We paid them a lot of our stuff. And
they got a studio inbuilt in their like mansion.
Yeah, in their mansion.
They all still live together?
Nah.
They were just all there at one time. Like, or was it just
you know what's crazy? Like they were all there at that one time. That was like the only time they were all back home in the same kind of area because what's his name? Mello got injured at that time. Gelo,
I can't remember.
Injured too.
Yeah, he was. So even Lonzo, Mello, they're all like.
And you didn't make it?
Nah, fuck.
Stitch up. Shout out.
Nearly got deported.
Oh.
No, born and bred here, so they can't.
Oh, no, we're good then. What are you talking about, bro? All right, well, while you're in the mansion, was there any crazy food item that arrived on your plates then, fellas? Come on, man.
Oh, bro, he'd cook breakfast every morning.
He did?
He cooked a cracker breakfast, had grits, some like little patties and eggs.
Let's go.
And we're giving him props the whole trip. Like, bro, I didn't know you could cook. The last day we saw all these cans in the rubbish, we're like, wait a minute. And I was like, and we're like, Lavar, you didn't make these all cans. He goes, what do you think? I'm not cooking this. I was like, what the hell? But anyway, it was good. Just a lot of that.
No matter what, as long as it was tasty, right? Oh, fuck, what a guy.
That's the big baller, man. You can't argue with that man.
Oh, man.
But his mindset, lad, that's why we click so good. Like, but he's about it like that. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone.
Yeah.
Like his sons come first and that's it. And he just like, he has that standard about, about how you move and shit and it's infectious.
I love that, bro.
Yeah.
What, was there any kind of thing that he tried to say to you or was it more just living in the moment while with him? Was there any kind of like, bro, like this is how you should go about this or this is how, you know what I mean? Or there was none of those things.
I think it was just that mutual respect.
Yeah, like, I love that, bro. Man,
he's got his shit, like we have our shit. And it's just more linking in on that mutual respect of like, man, like, fuck everyone. Like, you know, if you believe in your shit, believe in your team and the people that are with you, fuck them all. Like, run it. And I think that was just more of a like a, fuck, I'm happy that there's people out there, even on the other side of the world, that understand this shit. You know, because not everyone understands it. Not everyone can fuck with it at the same time. But like when you come across people like that, bro, it's love.
Love that, bro. Any contact ever since that moment, or is that the end of that friendship?
There's another project coming up that
you can't really
drop it.
Oh, a bit of contact. They, Zoe and his producer asked for the stems, but
Let's go, bro.
I need
there might be another project in the works that we're working on. Yeah.
So, but that Gelo verse is long gone. Like it's just in that. No,
there's actually like probably a good 8 songs on.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll have a play. Let's a listening party. Let's go, bro. Another global athlete that you seem to have linked with multiple times now, Israel Adesanya. Is that a friendship thing? Is that just him co-signing, showing some love? Where did that connect from? Because then seeing you on stage with him at, I think it was Penrith, wasn't it? At the after party? It just looked like a whole ass vibe, to be honest, bro.
It's love, man. Like, yeah, I guess it's the same kind of chat, you know, like when, you know, he's got his thing going, we got our thing going. It's just that mutual respect and love for what we do. And like, yeah, the more that we get into this thing and we get deeper, like we come across those types of people, you know, and he's just been showing mad love. Like when I drop, like we do with JM's, like, you know, we were linking, chatting back and forth. He was sending videos everywhere he was at. You know, he still bumps it to this day. Like he sent me one last week, just like,
still listening.
Yeah, with his brother, bro. Like, you know.
Legend, bro.
But he's got mad love for, I think he just like fucks with local artists and he just pushes them. He didn't have to do that shit at Penrith, but he came out even after the loss and he came and showed love and got up on stage. But man, I love that guy. He's a good dude.
Yeah, that's good to hear, bro. But I feel like you said, you just keep linking with more and more like-minded and you know, as you expand, because I think this might even be one of your friends. I don't know. I think they said Lance Savali, right?
Yeah.
He's well and truly on a global scale now too, right? And seeing he's in the studio with him the other day, where he's creating anything specific. There was a
man. Shout out Lance. He just dropped that Shave. He just dropped that one Shave, but yeah, there's something in the works.
There's something on the way.
I can say that because that's the uso, man. That's good love,
100%.
man. He's always putting us on. Like he's always showing love. He was with even James went and linked with him in Brazil recently when he had that Chris Brown.
I saw them backstage doing.
Yeah, and he's really about that, like that uso shit. So that's our boy, man. Like he was over the house last night. We're just shooting some shit for some of his projects and that, but. Yeah, there's definitely stuff on the
Let's go. Is there anyone that you've come across that you didn't expect to come across you as of yet? I know if that sounded confusing. Like, because again, there's so many big names that you've connected with over time. Is there anyone that has reached out and you've been like, oh, fuck, this guy, how does he know about us yet?
There's a couple, eh?
There's a couple, yeah. There's a rapper in NZ, Tom Scott. That for me, I didn't used to know him like that, but the boys got me onto him and fuck, I just fuck with the art. And he messages through, bro, like shows mad love. And I'm just like, fuck. You know, like we might get on a little something together.
Hectic.
Like shit like that. Even just the tour we're on now, like 660, and never thought.
That's what I was going to say next, bro. 660, you just came back from the tour.
Yeah.
Tell us about the link up and the shows in NZ, really.
Everything is happening literally in real time, you know.
Yeah.
We didn't land that gig until 2 weeks ago. Next minute we're in NZ for like 2 weeks and we're just running it up. We're in Upper Hutt. Is it Upper Hutt? Yeah, we just done a show in Upper Hutt and we thought, fuck, we're going to do for, you know, a couple hundred people for the opener act or whatever. Fucking walk out over 2,000 just like getting ready.
Yeah.
So it's just that type of shit. It's like, but you know, over all that stuff, it's more just like, fuck, we're prepared. Like the craft is ready. So whatever way you put us, whatever room you put us in, whatever stage you put us on, like we're ready. We're ready for it. So
was there what was it like performing for NZ? Is this the first time you performed to an NZ crowd?
Second.
When was the first time?
Bro, we randomly went over there for our own little show that had floods, so we didn't think anyone would come over.
Yeah.
Next minute, we linked up with the family over there. They got us. We were on billboards, sold out show, and yeah, it was just that was our first show and like appearance out in NZ. But this was our first proper appearance,
big performance kind of thing. Is that? Have you noticed any difference with the crowd, like the love they show over there compared to here?
Oh man,
it's love.
Yeah, for sure.
Very. Yeah, I think. In general, like when you're in your home city, it's different. Like a lot of shit goes over everyone's heads because you're so accessible, I guess.
I agree with that,
When you go over to another state or country, it's like, fuck, we don't get this. So, you know, this is different, this is new. And we did get a lot of new fans and a lot of new supporters. We're able to go back to this guy's hometown for the first time ever on a sold out show. Shout out to KCA and all the team out there. But yeah, bro, it's just crazy experiences.
Was that the first time you just been back to perform? You mean not you go back?
That was our first Wellington show.
Yeah, okay.
So side show. So we went back to Porirua, which is the place I grew up, and that was just special going back here. Like family, friends, and just new fans in general coming up to the gig.
Have you ever performed there with your own stuff at all?
No.
So this is the
my
first time.
yeah.
When's the last time you went over there? Or
So I've been in Oz for like the last 10 years.
And never gone back?
No, not for music.
Okay.
So that was solid. Like,
good moment.
Yeah, even just to bring the boys back to where I live and grew up.
It's crazy, bro.
Find any good food? I'm always asking
Hey,
about that. Here we go.
That one, man.
So we had two bakeries we went to.
Two bakeries?
And one of them, LOA, like, it was shit.
It was the shittest.
And that was the
place
one
in my
I grew
life.
up on. And so I had to, we redeemed with the second bakery.
Yeah,
So
I'll give it.
lucky. Shout out What's on Your Raw Bakery, man.
So it was a bit of disappointment to start off with.
Yeah, fucking shit.
Are the pies from New Zealand to Australia really that different?
Yes.
Yeah? Well, why?
Yes,
in what way?
yes.
Because you always
I
see
don't know.
people comparing, and I'm
Getting
really
it.
interested. I want to go there just to try a pie at this point. You know what I mean?
Pastry, buttery, flaky, crispy. Inside, a lot of cheese,
Hectic.
a lot of meat. Pause. Ayo.
Pause.
There's a lot of flavors: bacon and cheese, steak and
Hectic.
cheese, mince and cheese, bacon and egg, mushroom egg. There was a crispy pork belly and cheese. Brother.
Well, you got pork belly on like the crispy bits.
They got everything there.
Oh, that's hectic.
Nah,
All for $2.
I'll still rate NZ.
Nah, get out of here, bro.
Hey, I'll
It's
still
like a
rate
4 and 20 pie back in 2006 out here or something.
$4.
Nah, I still rate NZ over Oz, like, to be honest, because there's just more variety.
Okay. Are you talking pies?
Yeah, pies. Over here, we're a bit more gourmet, maybe.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a place like the Bakehouse? We're getting onto a pie conversation. Have you ever been to a place called the Bakehouse?
Nah.
Well, I don't know. They're hectic pies.
We're
but-
here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like there's something like.
Fuck,
there's
we
like
gotta go do, like, because we full reviewed it, so we got like
Bakehouse.
6 reviews.
Yeah, it's just called the Bakehouse. There's one in North Kellyville. I got people out there, and
Better not be some spinach and coriander.
I know it sounds like for me there it's beef, bacon, and cheese is my go-to.
Oh,
There's
ooh,
mushroom
that
beef.
sounds
It's got like thick chunks in it, good amount of cheese melted on top, so it's like crisp. Anyway, bro, go out there and try one day. We just spoke about you out in New Zealand. You said online that this was your first show outside the country, but I'm a bit confused about in Bali with 1-4 last year.
Oh, yeah.
Was that really your first show out of the country?
Bali was. No, we've had a couple.
That's what I thought, but you had that listed in the caption, so you confused me, brother.
Wait, which one?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
out
on
this
fucking
year,
Instagram,
maybe.
huh?
Maybe this year.
It was last year. Last
was
year,
it?
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, you went to Bali. We won 4. How was the experience of playing over there, bro? Like, what was that?
Fuck, shout out to my guy Ty, man. He really showed love. He's the owner of the Lawn.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy reached out to me just randomly on like a brother. He keen to just do a acoustic set at the Sunset before 1-4 because I think he just fucked with because I was releasing just like acoustic shit.
Yeah.
And like I just said to him like straight out, I was like, "Oh brother, I'm a part of a group, and like we'll be keen to if you want me and my boys to come through, we can roll through and just do our thing, a bit of like live shit, a bit of track shit, and that's just how it all started. Anyways, we went over there, bro. It was a movie.
Yeah?
Man, it was a movie.
In what way? The performance or Bali in general?
Fuck, just the setup, the scenery, the sound team, like. Bro, it was.
Yeah, the sound team was what surprised me the most.
Yeah, proper performance style
So,
shit. Yeah.
And because they have like A-listers roll through that venue too, like.
Okay. So it's popping like that
Yeah,
kind
like
of thing, bro.
they-
I don't think I've
they-
ever used the word popping ever, but like
It's
popping like that, bro.
Yeah. Nah, it's like that. But so they had everything sorted. It was just a mad vibe to get away to and
Hectic,
just
man.
see what it's like.
What's the plans next for PV, bro? Before we expand a little bit more on 92 World real quick, tell me what's the next plans for PV? What are you trying to do with yourselves? Or is that just expand into 92 World and we just get some guys in here?
Yeah, no. For us, it's just more being outside with the music.
Yeah.
Like we've been in the hyperbolic chamber for a minute, and like we just drop little things here and there. But I think this year's our year to be outside. Now that we had to really take like not a step back, but just be in the background a bit to just like not just work on PV, but also all 92 artists as a whole. So everything we do is self-sufficient. So all the production, all the writing, top to bottom is all us. And we have other artists that, our younger brother and sister, Reezy and Sevis, that we're, bringing into the space. So it's just more working on their music, working on the development and shit like that. But yeah, for PV, it's that we're outside now. So
Let's go, bro.
Fucking stay strapped.
Look,
I don't give a what camera am I fucking
all of
looking
them,
at?
bro.
Stay strapped.
This one, that
I don't
one.
care. We're pulling up to your house, your backyard, and just fucking chucking ciphers on.
Let's go, bro. Look, 92 World, let's go. 92 World in the building. What's good? What's good?
1,
Come
2,
on.
3, 4.
Look how many people we got in this fucking room right now, man. We made it work.
Is this the most you've had? Is this the most you've had in the room?
Yeah, 100%. The most we had at one time was like 6 people sitting down. Now yeah, we're good. All right. I'm not going to get everyone to introduce yourselves unless you want to. No, we're good. All right. Who's going to explain a little bit about the pillars that make up the 92 World then, all right?
Oh, you do the overdraft and then we'll overview.
The pillars that, what are you saying?
Drop him down a bit. So you got all different paths, right?
Yeah,
You got your food, you got your, I don't have to say.
So we got entertainment, which is under that we have Planet Vegeta, we got Reezy, Seavis, 7-0, Jazz Nobody, and Look Good. We also have 92 grams. We own a food truck, and we operate Kid and Katsu's smash burgers from that truck, and also just the product of that is SMB cookies.
Let's go.
So some of the best loaded cookies that you'll eat. After that, we do 92 communities, which my wife directs, is a director of.
Actually, all 3 of us are.
Yeah,
Officially. Thanks.
all directors.
The board's sitting down right here.
Yeah, we go out into remote community. We do programs, things like that, and then we have 92 active, which is yet to be officially launched, but that's something that's just within us, you know. So always training, always staying active. We've got a few things for that happening this year, and yeah.
Let's go.
Kitty Cats will be gaming as well.
And we also have gaming, which is also some of the things we're working on now with our live streaming and things like that, bringing it all together. So that's it.
What a lineup of things to do. Hey, busy.
It's just everything
busy
we
would
love,
be an
like,
understatement, right?
That's it. It's just everything we love, and it's just us trying to figure out how we can make this thing a forever thing, like properly.
All right, hectic. Well, tell me where, you did mention in the first half is that 92 World has always been around. In a way. So, but like, was there a point where it was like Planet Vegeta and then it expanded into everyone as 92 World? How did you make that?
Nah, it's always been 92 first. Like that's just been the essence of who we are, you know, like 92's been, it's just more that's the foundation that everything can be birthed from. But also Planet Vegeta, how I see is like 92 World is a brotherhood. Planet Vegeta is like, that's just like Goku and Vegeta coming together on some shit, really, because Eddie had that shit planned out, you know, for a minute. But really, 92 World just explains us as a collective, as a whole. And it's like keeping it simple that way. We found each other through hardship and created this brotherhood and this bond through that. And then from there, everything else just trickles down. Like, what do you love to do? I love doing food. Let's buy a food truck. I love doing music. Let's get a studio set up. That's how we're moving.
Hectic, bro. I actually saw something online, and I don't know who. It was from someone in the US, but they were saying that like there's a lack of I've lost the word that I was going to say right now. Group of people, come on. You just said the word, starts with C. Collective. Oh my God. There's a lack of collectives even in the rap space as a moment. You know, there was a lot that spawned from it and spawned like a lot of fame and I guess success, whether it's the ASAP mob, even like with Odd Future, shit like that. How do you feel that it has worked in your benefit with everything you've done so far, working together? Because have all of you guys known each other? Obviously, I know brothers and whatnot in the room, but has everyone in the group known each other for a long period of time as of now?
Nah, not like that. Like, to be honest, it's just been more like I said before, it's like a God thing. Like when they put us in the same room, put us in the same areas, we just click like that. And for us, it's like, if you fuck with me like the long way now, brother, I got you forever. That's how we've always moved. So I guess the more and more like we've met, like, you know, not everyone's been in 92 and PV since day dot. It's just, you know, we've come in and that's it. We've done our years. But yeah, definitely over the years, we've created a tighter bondship and things like that.
And there's been an evolution of it as well, right? So,
Definitely.
you know, 92, the original thing happened a long, long time ago with the brothers a lot back in the day and group of friends. And I got to witness a lot of that from the outside, the boys doing their music and everything. And it kind of, as things evolved and as we continued to grow in what we love and what we do, say, for example, with the community thing, that all came from Keel saying at the end of a tour he wanted to give back. And then that's when that happened, even though I'd been around with my family for forever and ever. And even Saya, like that has to be another God thing, which I know, you know the story of him being a part of PV for a good number of years, coming over to Nan's house and then finding out they're actually cousins.
Oh,
so like, it's like, it's one of those things where it's all meant to be, and when it's right, it's right.
100%. Look, you mentioned the community aspect of 92 Odd multiple times. You see it online. You've seen a lot of the good shit you've done. It's a part of your charitable side of life right now. I don't know who wants to dive into a little bit of that. And I guess what you've done out there so far, or what you get to do out there so far.
Yeah, we're so lucky to be able to do it. I mean, we officially have become a charity as of last year as well, which is really exciting. So on the ACNC board, DGR status, everything across the line. It was a huge undertaking, and so really grateful to be able to do that. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and we appreciate BDO for helping us out with that, Steph and the crew there. But essentially, what it is for me, and the way I like to see it, is people like us, where we've come from and how we were brought up. There were a lot of gaps. There were a lot of, we didn't get to grow up in privilege. We didn't get to grow up with a lot of things handed out to us. And it's something where growing up, you could go one way or you could go the other way. And say for the boys and the brothers, they were very lucky that they had football. They had each other. They had music. And those kind of things kept them in line. And same with me and dancing and my group of friends, it was the thing that kept me on a good path as well. So being able to create pathways forward for people who don't have opportunities is a huge privilege for us to be able to do.
And it's a huge part of 92.
A huge part of 92, because it's not everyone gets to have somebody cheering them on, somebody being able to be like, oh, you're amazing at this. Let's go from A to B and let's see where you can go from there once you have a bit of people backing you, a bit of belief in yourself. And I guess for us to be able to bring that to youth is a huge thing, because especially in that age group, it's when things can kind of go wrong. I don't know if that's making sense or if anything like that, but we're just very lucky. So whatever it is that we get to do, wherever it is that we get to do it is a blessing. So when we got into the Indigenous community up in Arnhem Land in Numbulwar, that was what was given to us. That was what we were able to work with, and we give it the best that we can. And we're not about doing one-offs. We like to be able to build. And then whatever opens up next for us, we'll continue to build. And now this year, we're looking to build in Sydney, which is exciting. So we have a home, we have an away, and we're going to see what happens.
Let's go. It's good to watch your journey from this side too, and everything that goes down. The little documentary thing you got on the internet and whatnot. For everyone who hasn't seen it, just tap into the IG. You'll find it all. Has there been anything when you're out in community side of life that you've a specific moment that's just gone, fuck, this is why we love to do this shit?
Oh,
every
moment.
Every moment out there is like that.
Yeah.
Like straight out is like that. And it's good. Like you can't do that with just any group of people.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's why we know it's a God thing, because when we're out there, like we're really in the trench with everything. Our first ever experience out there, car got broken into. The closest mechanics was 9 hours away on a dirt road. So it's just like figuring shit out, trying to create rapport, trying to just get understanding for the community, but also, we come from a similar type of background, so it's working through trauma when it's right in front of you, but then trying to guide them through that shit too. It's like, I think every moment's special to us, and we really take it like that. We have options to sleep in different rooms. Bro, we all fucking clean this one big kitchen and we just sleep together.
Let's go.
Sleep on the floor together.
Sleep on the floor.
Yeah, I think the special thing is strip everything back. When you go back there, when we get to go out rural, we're like, there are no things that can make things exciting. There's no big screens. There's no like facilities. There's no fancy anything. It's literally you, a kid, and what have you got? And it's the connection that you make there that's real, because there is nothing else to distract from it or add to it, if that makes sense. It's the basic you, them, and like for example, this guy had one of the girls jump on stage and do a flow, like a boxing flow. He's teaching pads, him and Shizy teaching pads that whole week. And this girl, her mum was even like, oh, she's not going to get on stage. She's too shame. That will never happen. And then she gets up on stage in front of the whole town, because it's everyone that she knows, and smashes it.
See, that's hectic to see.
Mad.
Instantly able to look and be like, yeah, we made a difference.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I mean?
it's the small things like that which actually are the biggest things. So, strip back all the fancy, what's left there, and that's the part that matters to us.
Hectic. Love to hear it. We'll move on to another part that is one of my favorites because I get to involve myself is your backyard sessions. I don't know what we call it again, 92 XP, is that the word?
Yeah.
It's an experience in itself, right? It's really, from my own point of view, you pull up, it's like a family gathering, right? Everyone there, I don't know fuck all. I know you guys after a while, but like even coming to your first one, you know what I mean? I think I met you 1 or 2 times before that, your shows, Maroubra, backyard is a whole ass vibe. You got to set up with the instruments and whatnot. You just do your thing live, right?
Yeah.
There's food, you know what I mean? That brings in your 92 eats. You know, the cookies, S&B cookies, can co-sign. Fucking hectic too. Why is that kind of event so important to the 92 brand, and what brought it about?
First of all, it's for us, by us. And that's why, like, it's really just a world in the tangible life that people can come to and really connect. Like me and you look at each other in the fucking eyes and we can talk. We can talk on shit, but then they can experience 92 World raw. And that's, I guess we just, you know, I used to watch this shit before. Like, I used to watch this thing, Jamie Foxx used to have a competition with like, some of the guys like throwing on a KFC party, and they used to do all these big venues and that. And I just thought, man, if we could just do it in our own backyard, invite musicians or people over and collab and just break bread like that, that's the 92 way. And that's the things we want to build out, is just things that are for us, by us. So then we can like mold it how it needs to be and people can win. Like, you see, bro, you got people coming from different walks of life in the film industry, in the fashion industry, and they're linking in at those kinds of events. They're like talking about what they can do together. And that's the beauty of like what it is for me. And like for us is like, fuck, you know, you could be from doing something else, see what we're doing. Oh, I can connect in with you on that. But then you can just have a mad time, kick back,
eat some good food, listen to some good music, bring your kids. That's a big one.
I will say, when Kill said he's like, I want to do a backyard session in the backyard, and I was like, of our house, like random people, like you're just gonna give our sweet, let's run it.
And it's happened a whole range of times now. It's been nothing but a success each time, I say, right?
For sure, it's been.
And who's in charge of the food? Or is there not one? It's everyone.
Yeah? We all met the main. This guy's got the certificate, but these guys.
So you are in charge of the food, yes.
This guy's got the certificate, but these 3 boys. Really,
come on,
yeah. You got Cats, you got Kid, you got Jazz, like really on the tools.
Jazz he's a freestyler.
Yeah, Jazz is a freestyle cooker, so
just makes happen.
But with the backyard
50-50.
Backyard sessions, it's very much like family styles, because that's what 100%. We're like. You know, we don't have much, but we open up our doors. Whatever we have is yours. So even mum, when mum jumps on, we've had things on the menu that have been mum's, because you know nothing like a home cooked feed from your mum. Nothing like it, right?
Yeah,
but I tell you what is number one is still the chicken and the sauce. I don't know. I haven't had that sauce in a long while. It's been a while, but that was
damn, we've got to bring that one back.
Yeah, you need to bring that one back.
Personally, I'm not a fan of it.
What?
It's that curry sauce, see?
Is this the Dayan sauce?
No,
yeah, the margin sauce. That shit was hectic.
Yeah, I'm the only one in 92 that don't like
that sauce is ass.
Someone delivered it to my house once. I don't know who. I got it delivered to the house one. Big fan. The whole family's a fan, and he's just never brought it back. But anyway,
we'll bring it back.
Future things.
Sure.
So what's the plans with the food truck? You got a whole ass food truck. What's the go?
We're in the works with something really special at the moment, and it's it's just one of those things it's on the checklist, and we're working on I can drop a little bit about it. It's like a special event and that we want to bring like consistently to Sydney.
You need to do that, yes.
But it's just based around food, good music, good DJs, live music.
Let's go.
You know, originals. None of this like covers fucking for 5 hours, bro. It's like, artists can come pull up, show their live set, collab with DJs, but then eat the best food. Like in
come
Sydney.
on.
So
is this a soon to be thing, or is
very soon? Like it's a soon to be thing in 2025.
Okay.
It's just dependent on I'll just leave
a few things. All good.
Yeah.
Are there any other avenues that you haven't actually put into play that you have talked about that you do want to make happen yet? Has there been any? Because there's so fucking many, bro.
Well, the whole point of what we're trying to do is just really just like build the bridge to what we're doing. I think there's a lot of questions that people want to ask, a lot of things that people don't understand about 92 World in depth. And for us, over the past 3 years since 2022, it's just been about building those homes for the craft, those homes for, you know, the things that we love doing, whether it's the food truck, whether it's our studio, the projects that come from it. But this year we're really focusing big on live streaming.
Okay.
We've been working in with just some of our guys over at Apple and that, just about, you know, like we got all these phones and we're gonna be really live streaming hard, like all parts of 92 World. Live streaming baking, live stream gaming, live stream like live sets, DJs, chats, just new shit.
This is like
that.
92 World Big Brother, but it's just you guys
like,
24/7, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll be heavy. That's nice, bro. You're all around forever. Now that actually be hectic because look, live streaming is the thing right now, right? Even in America, like the superstars, other live streamers, like they're just making so much noise. Yeah. People love to tap in, right? And you can just show everything that you're about
100
at all times. Yeah. And, you know, I feel like you could do it 24/7 because there's so many of you.
Oh,
So like, who's got the night shift?
We ran like a test. We ran like a test stream like maybe a month ago. It was like we went for like 6 hours or something, and it was hectic.
Where were you live streaming to?
Insta.
Oh, Insta?
Yeah, so it was mad.
Have you live streamed on TikTok yet?
Nah,
I haven't either, but I have some people telling me how like hard it can go because just random people just jumping on.
100.
As long as you can capture them.
Next,
that's
100%.
You know what I mean? That's next up.
It.
All right, to finish up before we get into this, the music side of life, I was going to ask just PV this, but I feel like it's better as a whole. Like, what is the kind of legacy you guys just want to leave behind as a group? Is that something that's been talked about? That like just some kind of memories of what you want to achieve and leave behind?
Like, yeah, there's that generic shit. Like, we want to leave like inspiration and motivate the ones that come next to us, but tangible, like. We come from fucking week to week shit. We have to like grind out week to week. Our mums and dads and our parents and everyone are grinding out week to week. Like we're really trying to build the world where it breaks all those chains. Like literally, like every bit of it. You know, not just like this. Oh, let's do this and look cool on the gram and fucking do we're actually on a mission to build this world, which is 92 World, and in it, you know, you're gonna our kids and everyone is actually gonna be able to live and thrive in it. That's the mission, bro. And that's the legacy that we have to at least be on the journey to try and like, you know, make happen. Like it's worth it. It's worth it in my eyes is that like, you know, when I'm fucking grinding out in another country, I'm not just thinking about my daughters, I'm thinking about his daughter, thinking about my brothers that are at home. And I think if we can create this world where we can win forever and live forever in without anyone fucking pulling no strings and that's the fucking goal right there. Because then no one can tell us what to do, brother. Like from the media, we know how to do that. We're self-sufficient. From the food, we fucking cook our own shit. From the music, from the beat, from the fucking thought of the idea to the fucking end of it, we can do it. And that's why, like, you know, we stay inside. We fucking stick to ourselves because we're really on the craft like that. We're not fucking around like, yeah, you see us out and we're being fucking jokers and this and that. But I tell you straight up, you come fucking 6 steps in the inside of 92, it's not for everyone. Like, we're really on a mission for it.
Let's go, bro. Hey, you know someone really believes in their shit if you can come across and talk that easy. I'm telling you, bro. Is there anything anyone wants to shout out before we get out of here? No, we're good?
Yeah. Shout out, mom. Love your mom.
Shout out to my girlfriend.
Love you, mom.
Let's go.
Lauren,
that's it.
I appreciate you coming through, everyone who's still outside. Hey, it's your boy Wings. It's PV. It's 92 Worlds. Take flight, yeah? Hey, we out.
That's it.